Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my healthy summer habits. Some of the things that I'm going to be doing this summer to just stay healthy, feel good, and this summer definitely feels different than some of the previous summers. It's our second year here in Tennessee since we moved, which we are loving it here, and my kids are getting older. My youngest is 7, my oldest is 10. So this summer is the first where they're sleeping in longer in the mornings. And I'm kind of always adjusting my routine to flow with my family and our schedule. And so now that the school year is over, it's looking a little different. So I'm going to share with you what I'm up to. So let's go ahead and jump right in, and I hope you enjoy this video. I often talk about morning routines and how important they are. And during the school year, I will usually wake up really early in the morning to just get some quiet time before the kids wake up. But like I said, they're sleeping in till like 9:30, sometimes 10, which is very new. Pretty much by this point as a mom and at my age, I'm just used to waking up early with the kids. And this is the first summer where since they're sleeping in, I'm sleeping in, and we're waking up like 8:30, which feels really good. I'll share some more of my bedtime habits and how I've been really trying to lean into getting good sleep. Even during the school year, I've been trying to be better about it, but it just feels good to be able to sleep in. My front porch day bed is one of my favorite places to come out and drink my coffee or have a little bit of quiet time in the morning. And then I usually go and check the garden during this time of the year. And spending some time in nature first thing in the morning just feels good. Just getting outside in the sunshine. We have our melons, which look like they're just starting to pop up, but they won't be ready for probably until July. We do have a few cucumbers, so I'm going to come out and just look at what we have. And this is one of my favorite things to do in the summer because I can pull from the garden and make breakfast for everyone with goodies from the garden. And that's probably one of my favorite things to do of all time, which is one of the joys of having a garden. And I know I've shared this before in my videos, but gardening can be really intimidating, especially if you're new to it. We started gardening in our apartment when we were a young married couple. And we had just little pots on our little deck in our apartment. And I could have never really dreamed that I'd have a garden this big or a wildflower garden. But creating goals and taking small baby steps towards those goals have led us here. And I have always loved flowers. As a matter of fact, when we lived in our apartment, I used to just go and get our groceries, and I'd always get some flowers from Trader Joe's and make arrangements for around the house. Because there's just nothing like fresh flowers in your home to bring a smile to your face and just bring life. So I love plants and flowers in my home, and that's one of the reasons I love to grow flowers. And I'm so excited that the wildflowers are starting to pop up. But I'm going to put together this wildflower arrangement. Here we have some black-eyed Susans that popped up, some of the zinnias, and we have a lot more beautiful flowers coming soon. If you didn't see the video of me planting the seeds of these and more details on this, you can check that out. I will link that below. And I'm just going to go ahead and wash what I brought in from the garden as well. My husband just built this beautiful outdoor sink cooking area for his videos. If you didn't know, he has a YouTube channel as well where he does cooking. But he also is a wonderful craftsman, and he built this over the last few days. I'm going to be loving this area during the summer, but I'm going to create the arrangements, and then I'm going to wash some of what I picked from the garden and get started making a healthy breakfast. Even though my healthy habits have kind of changed over the years and may look a little bit different, the core of what they are is pretty much the same. Trying to get up before the family, have some quiet time, spend a little time outside and in nature, and then have a quick self-care routine in the morning. Do my skincare routine. In the summer, I always switch to a vitamin C serum, which brightens the skin, and then I'll wear some sunscreen. So I'll wash my face, serum, sunscreen, and put a little bit of makeup on if I'm going out. If I'm staying home, I won't usually put any makeup on. And then I'll fix the bed. This bed is so comfy I could stay in it all day, but in the summertime, I am never in bed during the day. Sometimes in the winter, I'll admit, I do lay down in bed because it's cold and I get a little bit more depressed in the winter. But in the summer, I'm just so happy. I want to get out of bed and be outside as much as I can. And then I'm going to get started on breakfast. I'm going to boil some eggs. I like to do an 8-minute egg, which is the way that my kids like it and the way that I like it as well. I picked a few cucumbers from the garden, some blackberries. I ended up going down and getting a few more cucumbers because my kids were waking up. Every morning I usually ask what they want for breakfast, and it's different every day. Sometimes I make them a little platter. Sometimes I make them protein pancakes, or their dad will make them something. It really kind of depends. Cereal. But today I had a feeling they were going to want the garden platter that I was making. I made some avocado toast, some cucumbers, berries, and some boiled eggs.
Do you want an egg, buddy?
Are those blackberries from the garden?
Yeah, you want to try one?
Those are so many. I thought it was a blackberry from the store. Dough and then
We should make bread, shouldn't we? That's what Mommy was just telling Daddy.
It's very much family style around here. What's mine is yours, but I also made sure that there was enough for everyone. So we all enjoyed fruits from the garden and our breakfast. And then I got this new notebook from Walmart for $4. I'm really excited about it. I always get excited about a new notebook. When it comes to notebooks and planners, there are a few habits that I like to do that really help me have a productive day. I'm going to put a list of all of these habits in my description, but the first one is just writing out a gratitude list. I'm always thinking about what I'm thankful for, but when I actually write it out, I pay so much attention to everything that brings me joy throughout the day when I write a list of what I'm grateful for. So I love to write a gratitude list. I really enjoy making a goals list, especially in my planner. I like to find a planner that has each day and there's enough room for me to set timestamps. This is really helpful for me in the way that my brain works because I always put a list of goals. I try to make it realistic for each day, like usually 5 to 8 things that I want to accomplish throughout the day. And I work from home and there's a lot of different things going on. So having a list of all of the things that I want to accomplish through the day and then creating realistic timestamps. These timestamps are a time slot in which I give myself to complete a task. A lot of times I'll finish it sooner, or sometimes one task will take a little bit longer and overflow into another time slot. I don't get too stressed about that. It's just a way that I can organize my day. And most of the time, things just don't take as long as I assume that they will. So by writing it down, it helps me understand that sometimes everything that I need to get done isn't as overwhelming as it seems when it's just in my head. Like when I put it down on paper and make bite-sized goals, it's easier for me to accomplish. So that's something that I try to do every single day, and also just keep our schedule organized because there's lots of different appointments and different things as well. Making time for self-care has always been important to me. It's gotten a little less over the years just because I have more on my plate and my life has become more diverse with a lot more responsibility. But I still try to squeeze that in. I still try to make time for it. I do my morning skincare and I try to do a quick morning routine. Even if it's just 15-20 minutes, I'll bring my mat out. I'll do some work with the light weights that I have in the house. I have like an 8 and a 5 pound. I have resistance bands that I'll use. I'll do body weight workouts like sit-ups and squats. The exercise, I treat it very similar to all of my other goals. I try to make bite-sized goals. So I'll do like 15 or 20 minutes in the morning, or I'll do like 25 squats and 25 sit-ups in the morning, and then bring out my mat and do 25 at night and 25 sit-ups at night so that I have 50 total. Or just, something like that just makes it a realistic goal for me to hit every day rather than feeling overwhelmed by this big, long routine. Bite-sized goals really do make a difference because they really add up over time. There was a book I read years ago called The Compound Effect. It talked a lot about just basically this concept of creating bite-sized habits that add up over time. One habit I also like to implement is task partners or bulking tasks together. So let me explain what this means to me. For instance, you may notice in my videos that I will clean one area at a time. So one day I'll clean just everything in the master bedroom, or I'll just focus on the laundry, or I'll just focus on the bedrooms or the bathrooms. I try to task together within a time period, one area to like target. It's just a little easier for me to focus that way when I'm creating tasks that are kind of close to each other in close proximity, so I'm getting one area done. That doesn't work for everybody, but it definitely works for me. One thing I needed to get done today was go to Costco, so I gave us 3 hours of time to get to the town that we needed to get to and get back. I also like to bulk chores together as well because I drive into Nashville to go to Trader Joe's. I drive into Hendersonville to go to Costco, and that's where Target is. So I try to make sure I bulk the chores together. We had a great Costco run today. These are some of the things we got. I love these soaps from Costco, by the way. $9.99, and you get 4 of them. They smell so good, and they're so pretty. I have one in every bathroom. I always get excited to go to Costco because we just have a great time. These flashlights were $9 for all 3 of them. They're lightweight, and they're amazing. Costco has all the good summer goodies today, so we couldn't resist some of these awesome items. This bamboo dispenser set was only $4, so we wanted to get that. We're going to hang those up. And then we got a fire extinguisher because we don't have one yet in this house, so we definitely needed that. I got some of my favorites that I like to get at Costco. We love to get like bulk fruit. We'll get the peaches there. My kids like their freeze pops. But yeah, we go to Costco every few months to get bulk items, bulk cleaning items, paper goods. We also get bulk meat because it's expensive nowadays, and we like to freeze and make sure we have enough for several months. So we don't go that often, but we like to go, and Costco's always a good time. So Costco was on the agenda today. And so, I wanted to share with you just a summer day in my life and some of the habits that I try to include into my daily routines. And this is just what it happens to look like in this season. During the summer, it's a little bit more lax, but we have a good time in the summer, and I'm just looking forward to the next few months as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like my videos, be sure that you hit that subscribe button, or you can check out some new videos. I post one every single week, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.